Cakes walked into a conversation here at the end of it. I kind of heard the whole thing. Tom started getting heated about it.
What was Tom heated about?
I actually side with Tom because Drab is peppering him like, why couldn't you just go home and drive? Do you think your father did that? Do you think your father's father did that?
You're obviously just trolling him for no reason.
You brought up Tom Daly's grandfather at one point.
I did. You're right.
And then let me just say this. Tom then got heated, and I believe the quote was, I'm sorry I didn't do a show in an attic in front of 5 people.
Well, Tom got personal. He's taking shots at the podcast.
You then said, do you want to compare W-2s, which is a Jason Bishop line.
Well, I did say that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, he's making fun of my
Why
second
are you
job.
bringing me into it?
Well,
you got to bring me into it now? Jesus.
Joan Shrapnel.
God.
All right,
It
Tom.
affects everybody.
I can't stay away from it.
How are you,
No,
buddy?
Drab didn't bring you up. What I'm saying, it's akin to your move. You've
What, you
used
did-
that.
JP
Okay,
brought you up.
But you didn't have to let everyone know that I said that.
It's a recap.
I've done that before. Though,
Jesus.
Jason.
Well,
You're not alone.
All right, I'll just say this before Tom talks. It was a fun bit.
He's really mad.
So
Because this is every time we do anything. Those 2 guys sit in there and do their own show.
Now you know what it's like. Now you know what we've been
Yes, they
saying
do.
for
Right.
years.
They
We've
do.
been saying that for years.
And it gets you bitter, doesn't it?
Gets me bitter because they sit in there and while you guys are doing a
Slaving
syndicated
away.
radio show
Thank you.
and a television show.
Thank you.
When you guys are doing all that, they're in there thinking of conspiracy theories about
Right.
how people are double dipping into the system and how somehow because Thom stayed in a hotel when he was projected to get 5 to 10 inches of snow,
5 to 10.
somehow, yeah, okay. Where were you yesterday with that projection?
I was watching the news
You're
where
very
it
confident.
said 1 to 3 inches.
Okay. Nonetheless, I was accused of because I stayed in a hotel so I could come to work and produce the #1 radio show middays on 106.7
There
The
you
Fan.
go. Clap that up.
Because I wanted to do that, I was accused of somehow taking away from a potential bonus at the end of the year for Drab T-shirts.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did. That's
JP
exactly
said
what
that.
you said.
You're claiming he's stealing your potential bonus?
says-
Well, he's sucking up the budget. He's sucking up the
Yeah.
budget.
A Thommy hotel room is
Yeah.
my hotel
It's a
room.
multi-million-dollar
Let me tell you
company.
But so are JP and Cakes.
I know, they're to blame too.
Oh, okay.
That's different, though, because that's the jumps.
No.
That's the big silly.
It's a reserved list. CK doesn't even have to ask anymore who wants a hotel room. It's the same crew every time, looking and hoping that there's an Outback dinner attached to the hotel room.
I'm sure we
paid
went to
for-
dinner last night.
Hoping, because it's happened many times before, sponsored by Chris Kynard.
Okay. Chris Kynard is in L.A.
This
and
is
if
an
you had checked your
outrage.
email, you would have known that.
I don't.
He's
even
not
know
even
LA.
in the area.
Usually that is the case.
Hold
Okay,
on, let-
real
let's
question.
just-
It's a big
pause.
party.
Pause for a second.
It's a big
Real
party.
bitterness. Pause for a second
Well, you know
because I
what?
heard
Drabby
this.
can do this to
I want to
you.
bring this
He
up.
can really make you piss. He pissed me
Because
off
the-
earlier.
Yeah.
These
Hold on a
guys,
second.
it's the behind-the-scenes guys.
Hold
Behind
on
the
a second.
glass.
Hold on a second.
This
He
has been
actually
months.
believes. He actually believes that if everybody said no to the hotels, that maybe,
He'd have
and I don't
more-
believe
he'd
this has
get a
ever happened, that at the end
bonus.
of the year, Chris would go,
Right.
hey, look, got some extra money in the
got an
budget.
extra
Here you go,
118 bucks.
Drab.
Yeah.
Give it to Drab Valdez.
This is also what's
true.
tilting.
Never gonna
Drab
happen.
is making it sound like this happens all the time. That there's
Right.
offers of hotel rooms to stay when there's weird, inclement weather, that it's happening like once a week. I think I've taken up Chris on his offers for hotels like twice the whole time I've worked
This is
here.
the second time I've ever done it, and the only reason I did it was because one time I absolutely regretted it.
Right.
And it took like an hour and a half to get
There-
to work.
there's,
Worry.
there's another level to it. Drab doesn't have the balls to say this to Cakes and JP.
Right.
If you hadn't walked in when I was in the middle of it, this would have never come. In that massive shirt that he back of his car from KO Distilling because he wasn't packed.
I love KO
Hey,
Distilling.
If I wanted to have party time, don't you think I would have packed the bag?
Did I even bring it up today? It was Valdez, dummy.
Okay, all right.
I didn't even say anything.
Now you're calling him a dummy.
Okay.
I jumped in. If Tucker Barnes gets on TV and says it's cloudy outside, you start looking at your email hoping that there's a hotel reservation coming
Why
your
would
way.
he
Because
want that?
you're going to
Hold
call
on,
out of
but-
work,
but Trav,
which
what do
he's
you
done
think-
before.
Trav,
Why
why
would
don't
he
you have a
want
problem
that?
with CK? Your problem should be with CK. You should be yelling at your boss because he's the one who throws out the offer.
We're just
now
joning.
the choice is
I'm
on
not-
the people who are given the offer, including EB
Because-
and Jason, and all of the guys who are given the offer decide. Do I feel like driving in at 9 o'clock to D.C., or do I want to stay at home? In his case, he finishes work at 5. He has to then decide, do I want to drive home, come back here, or do I want to deal with the snow at 8 in the morning?
Right. Right, and I was told by CK that if I didn't come in, because my initial plan was to go home at 5,
Right.
and then just monitor the snow and come in before it started. So I was planning on getting here 3, 4 a.m.
But did CK threaten you or something?
Yeah, he said, if you do that, just know that the offer's been put on the table and there's going to be consequences if you don't make it in. So,
yes, because that's Thom. Hold on.
Okay,
You're
go ahead.
flaming.
Go ahead. Go ahead. your show.
Valdez and I, we're Max Scherzer. Give us the ball any day. We're ready. You're Strasburg. You need to be pampered a little bit. Conditions have to be perfect for you to show up at work if it's snowing outside.
Who's your beef with?
How bitter
is your
does he
beef
make
with
you?
the people who were given the choice, or is your beef actually with the guy who's throwing out the choice, which is CK? Your beef should be with CK because you don't believe guys should be given this offer.
No, he's doing that because he knows that there's a chance that the guys will call out, and he doesn't want to deal with that. So he has to give the hotel
Is that true?
room.
Is that true?
That's happened before.
How about
what
he's
do you
doing
mean?
something that's appropriate as the boss?
Guys
and
will
we're
say they can't make
given
it
a
into
choice.
work if they don't get a hotel room.
Right.
So
Like
he
who,
doesn't
Grant
want
and Danny?
Grant and Danny or
No, just
producers.
Thom. Just Thom.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Thom might be
Just
on the
Thom.
list.
Yeah.
It's happened before. So he offers the hotel room because he doesn't want people to do a no-call, no-show.
That's
And
what
what difference
CK
does
does.
it
Yeah, I
make?
get it.
You actually seem upset. What difference does it make if the boys...
I'm not upset. This
No,
sounds terrible. We're just having
what
fun.
What difference does it make if the boys go to Big Stick and have a couple beers and hang out? They might
Because
be doing
he
that.
missed out.
They might be
That's
doing
why.
that.
Which,
every
by the
night.
way,
Do you think they're
that
jealous?
was
I think so.
Is that the bottom line? They're
I think-
jealous. They
I
didn't
think
get
he's
to
on to
spend
it.
time with cakes.
Two times ago, we went to Scarlet Oak, and Valdez was able to.
I don't even know what is that.
It's a restaurant down the street.
Yeah.
But Valdez was able to come in and do one of these like it was.
Because he
Hands to
drove
everyone.
in or something.
Oh yeah, he stayed the night.
I've stayed the night before.
But you know, it was a big thing. He's shaking hands with everyone. The chef's coming out. They're
because
bringing
Valdez,
a dessert
Let me
tray.
tell you something. Valdez likes nothing more than
Right.
being treated at a restaurant. I've seen it in person. The guy, you think he's
And by the
making
way,
in his pants.
Full disclosure, last night at the Big Stick, paid for whatever was consumed out of our pockets. Was not. Oh, I'm going to order a bunch of beers and put it on Entercom
Hey,
staff.
you should expense it just to piss them off.
You're right. I probably should.
You
I wish
should.
I had the receipt.
Put the expense report
I
in with
think you're
Drab
on
and make
to
him
it.
put
It's
it in.
that fear of missing out.
Yeah.
And they missed out.
So you guys missed out on the big party.
We can go anytime. We've always
Okay,
declined.
sure
it.
you can.
All right, hold on. Dookies is calling in. He must have a observation.
I don't have a theory. I just know that there's more people in that attic for Big O and Dukes there would wait for 1,000 episodes of Crashing the Net.
Oh, now it's
There it is.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
You can go F yourself, Tom.
Oh,
Okay.
bitterness.
Oh,
All
now
right,
it's
Chad.
now it's in a bunch of different day parts. All the different
See,
day
now
parts
everyone's
that the fan
bitter.
are involved now.
Now Dukes is bitter, Tom's bitter, Drab's bitter. Everyone's bitter.
If you were going to make a list, of the people that would take the hotel, that list goes like this: Brennan Andrew, Tom Daly, John Paul Flame, and Johnny Cake Sawville. Everyone would have picked that at the radio station. That is the issue here. Everyone knows EB and Lurch. None of those guys would have gone, I'm
They're
not
too
going to take it.
lazy.
I like my own bed, Dookies. I like my own bed. And by the way, I actually pay attention
And by
to
the
the
way,
weather.
I'm
Hold on. I actually pay attention to the weather, unlike everyone else in this building. I knew the storm wasn't going to be bad at 5 a.m. I knew it. I knew I could get in.
I had no idea.
I know you didn't. You're clueless.
I didn't know anything.
You thought it was going to be blizzard
I
conditions.
didn't know anything until CK sent
By
an
the way,
email.
I have
And
nothing to
could mold
apologize
it.
for.
Martin molded it.
I think I've taken 2 hotel rooms over 23 years.
See,
I have
Dukes, now you
nothing-
got Cakes bitter.
I have nothing to apologize
Cakes got
for.
the face. It's official. Cakes got the face.
Of course you don't have to apologize, Cakes. The boss gave everybody an option. You took that option.
Right.
It doesn't affect any. Here's the thing. It doesn't affect anybody else at the radio station in any manner. And yet
Well,
they're
this whole
bothered.
idea,
It
this
does
whole,
not affect.
this whole
there's
idea
no
that there's
bonus
going to be
coming.
extra money
Right.
left over, that they're going to give it to those
It's
dummies.
ridiculous.
I mean,
so
it's
why do they
preposterous.
care about something
a
that doesn't
joke.
affect them?
Dookies, are you still pissed?
It doesn't affect anyone if you go to a furry convention either, JP. You're still going to get
Correct.
busted on for on the radio
But
station.
why do you care whether Cakes and I take CK up on an offer?
I know. I
Dukes
care that that bald-headed zilch that I've done a lot of stuff for is taking shots at my podcast.
Dukes doesn't care.
I
He
care
took
about
one
that.
shot because the other guy that you work with said, let's compare W-2s.
No,
Drab's
you dummy,
100%
JP.
correct.
He
I'm in
said
Drab's camp.
I said that after he, for no reason, took a shot and said I couldn't go to a hotel room because I was
Drab,
doing a podcast for 5 people.
Drab,
you don't even listen. You just talk and talk and talk.
See, now he's bitter.
But see, that was a huge part.
Kate's
Everybody's
bitter,
salty.
Tom's bitter, Drab's bitter now.
Oh, everyone.
Dukes
I
is
actually
bitter.
know the sequence, but it was it escalated.
Mm-hmm.
It escalated to a low blow area.
Why did you feel the need to take a shot at the podcast?
Because this was built up over 45 minutes, and I wasn't getting my point across.
So you just went for a cheap shot.
Well, also,
He also was saying that he had to be
he
somewhere
had to
else.
be somewhere. Chad would have given him a big problem.
He wouldn't do that, Tom. It's called work ethic. He made sure that he could be there, and he made sure he could be at his job today.
and I'm
And
here
that's,
too,
and
Chad.
that's
I'm
actually
here
the
too.
problem that Tom has, because he's saying that he has work ethic. He took the offer of the hotel so that he could be at work.
No, it's a big holiday. Everybody's doing Home Alone every time it snows around that place. That's what happens.
Okay, but that really shouldn't happen with us. And honestly, for all of us that do this, we all pretty much have four-wheel drive cars. And I'm in 23 years, I think there's been one time I wasn't able to make it into work. And I'm not even sure that's accurate. It might be 0 times. Now, I know Jason, when he was driving his 7 Series, it was the worst car ever because he had rear-wheel drive. He had a bunch of issues out of his neighborhood.
No,
But-
2 years ago, I couldn't get out of my neighborhood because they didn't plow the street. Literally could not get on.
Yeah.
I hope it snows for 30 straight days, and I have 30 straight hotel stays.
Hey, guess what? Cakes
I'll take it.
Cakes not only used the hotel last night, Dukes, he's going to go back to it and take a nap.
Yeah, why wouldn't I? Check out times at noon.
Hey, Dookies, why so lick?
Because I don't like that kid taking shots at my podcast. We sold out the State Theater. We sold out a show in Phoenix coming up in 2 weeks. It's not a joke. It's a real thing. And for him to go around fomenting that behind the scenes when I feel like we've got a pretty good working relationship, I don't like that.
Right.
He just took a
Tom?
low blow shot because it was a battle
I think
of low
he was
blows
just
at that
pissed.
point.
He just it was
Same reason that
Joan Shrapnel.
right. I mean,
Fine. Talk about Drab's breasts. There's a lot of low blows you can take on that guy. He's got no hair. He's a complete cuckold at his house. His wife's completely out of control. He wrecks all his cars. The guy's a 0. There's 100 things to take shots at him.
All right. Sorry, Chad.
Big lips.
Sorry.
He did say he was sorry.
It was Joan
He
Shrapnel.
did
I'm
say he
sorry.
was sorry. He didn't mean it. He just said it.
I was just looking for a cheap shot.
Everyone's just joning today. I had to deal with it earlier. These guys are lying about me, too.
I'm sorry, Drab got upset.
And you know what? Drab started it all. He lied about me.
The real problem is those two guys right there behind the glass. They're the real problem.
Right.
I've been telling you for years.
These now because we do all the stuff behind the scenes and then the mics go hot and he lets me take all the
Well,
bullets.
there's 10,000 people talking. What am I supposed to say? And by the way, Chad's exactly right. There's a list of people that you can pick out of a lineup who are going to take a hotel room.
Yeah, but why do you care?
Honestly, I
fun.
don't care.
It's
Because
fun.
you know what? I would rather talk about that than Purdue getting a road win against Indiana. That's
All
why.
right, that's more interesting.
I
I'm with
disagree.
you on that. I'm with you on that.
You're the only one disagreeing.
I'm going to talk about how
I like
they
a good
couldn't
fight.
even score 50 points. Can we talk about that?
I didn't even know they played.
Right, exactly.
CK, book me another hotel, because I'll stay another night.
All right, so Tom has apologized. Everyone is fine. We all know that the Matt and Matt show has got to be canceled.
This isn't finished with
and
me
by
and
the
Drab.
way,
This is
oh,
going to
that's
continue.
still that's still
by the way, a
real deal.
footnote to this is, and we talked about this at like 6:20, is that the most ambitious person was Grant Paulson, who tried to travel to Florida early
Yeah, see where
and
it
got
got him?
stuck in an airport.
He was sleeping on a-
Ambition is wrong.
Yeah, he was sleeping in a terminal like a big dog.
All right, Tom, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, I hope you guys can mend fences. If this kind of thing happens.
I don't think so.
Look at how bitter his face is.
It'll
Now, he's got the face now.
everything calms down.
Hey,
Testosterone.
you got a
It
big
happens.
wedding coming up, man. Get happy.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
When is that?
Did you get
I
the
don't
suit?
know.
I know I got to save the date.
Did you get your $3,000 suit?
Yeah, so I saved
I
the date
did.
rescinded.
Yeah.
Hey, could Drab still go?
You regretting those
I
inputs?
was gonna say,
I honestly, I sent it to them out of respect. I don't actually expect them to come anyways. So.
Right.
well, they get a free meal. I would guarantee you they're going to be there.
Hey,
Well, no,
hey,
that
Tom.
would be a
Hey, Tom,
luxury
do you have
for
a, you have a
them.
block of hotel rooms all ready to go for us?
I actually do.
I just can't wait
Go
to get
right ahead.
the portion of the bonus from CK because EB and Jason didn't take him up on a hotel.
Yeah, I had a night at the Ritz. It was so nice.